There was a time when it was common for people to stay at the same company for 30 years, but those things are rare these days. And in fact, most experts today advise against staying at the same company for too long, with the average person changing jobs every 4 years. One main reason, money. It's much easier to get a pay bump by changing jobs than staying at the same job and asking for a raise. That might be changing though. The labor market has undergone huge changes since what's called the Great Resignation. It was the time where people quit their jobs at record numbers, moving to other positions with higher pay and better benefits. Those benefits often included additional time off, flexible work schedules, and even stipends for a home office. But according to MarketWatch reporter Andrew Keshner, switching job is no longer a surefire way to get a huge pay bump. So think twice before you jump ship.
If you're looking at it purely from a pay point of view, there are places out there like ADP, the massive payroll processor, that shows the difference between the money that a job switcher will make and the money that a job stayer will make. And on the whole, job switchers are still making more money than people who are staying at their jobs, but that pay bump is a little smaller than what it used to be. Of course, jumping ship for money by itself is maybe not the best idea.
Peak job hopping time may have been last year, when the average worker got 16% more for switching jobs. But that number has been trending down, and this July, it was only a 10% increase. The amount of available jobs has also been dropping after a peak in March 2022.
We're coming off this crazy period, people call it the Great Resignation. Employers had this intense drive to bring on people because they needed people fast. And so the pay was really good to jump ship, and it's okay now, but it's just not as good as it was. You know, I've talked to people who say if you use recently as the baseline, that's not a good baseline to use, but compared to other times in the history of looking for jobs, it's still pretty good, just not as good as it really was a couple months or a year ago.
So is job hopping still a good way to quickly increase your salary? It depends on the industry. Some industries have a lot of hiring and growth, like healthcare, food and drink, hospitality, and leisure. When hiring is strong, it might make sense to try to find competitive opportunities. But other industries like employment services, recruitment, or tech have been seeing a lot of layoffs recently. So in that environment, you might be better off staying put where you are.
If you're looking to jump ship and you really have money on the mind, a service sector and, frontline facing jobs, working with the public, that's still where there's a lot of hunger for work.
If all you're looking for is money, try these strategies instead. First, you can ask for a raise or a promotion. During those conversations, you need to come to your employer with an idea of what you've achieved and what you can produce in terms of value for the company. Bringing up inflation or how long you've been with the company is not a good way to get what you want. And secondly, you can negotiate for better terms or benefits. If a pay raise is not on the horizon right now, you can ask for better work conditions like more vacation time, a flexible work schedule, or even training and development opportunities.
If you're thinking about switching a job, of course, that pay bump is incredibly important, but it's not the only thing when you're looking to move from one place to another. There's so much to consider: your chance for advancement, the people you're going to work with, that office culture, even how many times you'll be expected to come into the office. So just fixating on the salary itself, that's just one part of the game.
Whether you hope to climb the corporate ladder or just to increase your paycheck, make sure to look at the bigger picture before you jump ship. And if you want more videos like this from MarketWatch and the Explainomics playlist, subscribe and I'll see you next time.